My family and I and some friends moved across the country to this great city of Chicago, here in Lincoln Park, Old Town, where some of the best restaurants, some of the best entertainment, some of the best baseball takes place right here in Chicago. I love this city. I'm so excited to be here. But even being a beautiful city, there are some significant challenges being here. Less than 10% of the people here in Chicago participate in a life-giving church. Here in Lincoln Park, Old Town, that's 90,000 people that are not a part of a great church. 85% of kids in Chicago public schools, they live in homes of poverty. 10 of the 16 poorest neighborhoods in the United States are right here in Chicago. All great reasons to start a new church in downtown Chicago. Plato once suggested that passion comes from the fiery heart. And see, my son, Max, my 5-year-old, he's a great philosopher too, and he understands that passion comes from a fiery heart. One day I'd come home from work and he was acting like a typical 5-year-old, and I snapped at him. I kind of yelled at him, and he quickly responded with tears and was a little scared, came running towards me, grabbed my legs, held on to me, and I can remember kind of kneeling down and having a conversation with him and trying to walk through what had just happened, but he kept crying. And so I asked him, I said, "Hey Max, like, what's going on, buddy?" He's like, "Dad, you broke my heart." You know, 5-year-olds, they understand when their world doesn't seem right, that things are awry, things don't seem to be happening the way they're supposed to be, that it's not a safe place. It's a great reminder of what that world can be like around us. Do you and I get that Chicago doesn't seem right, that something seems unsettling or out of place? I know this is a beautiful city. That's one of the many reasons why my family of 5 moved here. But what about the things that just aren't acceptable? See, the condition of this great city breaks God's heart, and it breaks mine too. But not just mine. There are others moving from across the country to join us on this great, what seems impossible if it weren't for Jesus adventure. And we believe the greatest response to these challenges is starting a life-giving, world-changing church that we are calling Community Lincoln Park, Old Town. And I'm going to be bold enough to say that we are asking for your hearts. Hearts of passion that lead towards radical action. And that maybe some of you might be crazy enough to join us, to jump in here with us to start this new church. And still others of you may want to financially support us. And all of you, we're asking that you please pray for us as we start this new church in Lincoln Park, Old Town, in this city to reach people who are far from God. And we'd love it if you joined us on October 20th for our kickoff as we launch this new church.